Hey everyone, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be discussing gouache, watercolor, and color pencil. So we're going to do this huge, it's not a huge, we're going to do a mixed media project. My demo is very small because due to just time and recording time, I just don't want this video to be a 3-hour long video. So today, as you can see, I already started with the drawing. I had to get the drawing down. I will show a little bit of progress shots of the drawing, but I got the drawing down ahead of time just to save some time. And so today what we're going to be doing, you're definitely going to need watercolor brushes. When I do the watercolor stage, because this is step one, the watercolor stage, we're just going to use watercolor as an underpainting. So in the underpainting stage, we're just going to be looking for values and local values. So we're looking at what is the local value of the background, what is the local value of the actual bell pepper, what is the local value of the ground plane. That's what we're really pretty much looking for, and we're also looking for light logic principles as well, or like logic rules, and just kind of blocking all of that in, and that's just step one when it comes to the gouache, watercolor, and color pencil project. So just a little bit. I already have our things that you're going to need. You're going to need some paint brushes. You're definitely going to need an eyedropper. You see mine's. You're going to need a flat wash brush. And while I'm talking about that, I do want to come in with a little bit of a wash really fast. And while I'm talking, that way it can kind of get in process and dry. So it's too much water. So I used Prismacolor erase pencil for the actual drawing. So we're gonna let that just simmer and dry. And while I'm talking, it should be done by the time I'm done talking. So you're also gonna need some watercolor. So I'm being a little bit lazy. This is a cheaper brand watercolor, but I just didn't feel like digging for my professional brand, and I'm like, it's just a demo, so this is fine because we're using watercolor as more of an underpainting than anything. Ahead of time, this is my Prismacolor color erase pencil that I use. This is brown, so you can definitely use watercolor pencil if you want to and feel more comfortable with that. And just ahead of time, I have my watercolor already mixed and ready. And then you're definitely going to need some paper towels for blotting, as well as, I don't know if you guys can see, but on this side I've already tested my watercolor, so I have a tester paper for that. So those are kind of the first step materials that you're going to need, because it's going to be a long process. Not a long process, but I'm going to try and fast forward through whatever I need to fast forward. Also, I'm going to insert what I'm actually painting, because I am painting from observation. Alright, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and get to painting. I just want to double check and make sure that some of this water has seeped into our paper. So I'm using Arches watercolor paper, hot press, 300 pound. So it's a pretty good, it's funny, it's a really good paper, and we're using really cheap watercolor paint, but it'll work fine. Once again, this is a demo. So I think we're kind of at a good spot with that, with drawing. So I'm going to come into my background. I'm going to use a big, it's not big, it's just big for the small scale of painting. But I'm using a bigger brush just to bring in some of the bigger washes and kind of get that down as fast as possible. Blot my paper to get that excess water. I'm going to use my tester paper just to see and make sure the color is about right and what I want to do. Now I want to come in and just get it in. It's fairly light because my background is yellow. So once again, we're thinking about our local values. I'm not trying to get everything perfect in this underpainting. It's an underpainting. We're just blocking out values. That's it. Alright, now I'm going to go into my brown plane. And also, you guys, with watercolors, you want to start light and build up if need be. But we're doing an underpainting. So you can kind of push and pull that if you want to. I'm going to switch to a round brush. I'm keeping my brushes fairly big right now because I'm just blocking in. I just want to kind of get in really fast. So I'm going to separate light part from dark part. I'm reserving my highlight for right now. Go in and blow dry. Going to go back into my darks and get my darks a little bit darker than what I'm seeing them. Blotting off excess water. Also checking it to make sure it's the color that I want. little bit darker. What that is. Blow dry it out again. So I'm still working in my shadows right now. I don't want to have too much of a hard edge. I'm using a dry brush. Come in with a little bit of the core that I'm seeing. Shadow that's here. There's some reflected light. That's in just a bit. That's here. A little bit of that reflected light. Just trying to soften up my edge just a little bit. So I'm gonna come in and get some darker midtones. Alright, so I'm gonna blow dry for a little bit. I'm gonna blow dry again. Alright guys, so this is my underpainting for my bell pepper. The shadow side is a little bit too dark for me, but it's there. That's all I need. I just need the information that this is shadow. It's going to be a little bit darker, and this is my light mask on this side of the pepper. This is where you want to be for your underpainting. Just want to have things blocked in, and what you want blocked in is your values as well as your local values. That's what you want to have blocked in, and I kept my values very simple. I probably have about 4 or 5 values that's in this underpainting, and that's really all you need for right now. So in the next clip we're going to move into using gouache, so I will see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so this is part 2 of our gouache, watercolor, and color pencil assignment. So part 2 is we're going to apply gouache. So I've already got my gouache pre-mixed just so I have it ready and just to save some time. And then I did a little bit of testing on my tester paper, but in this segment there's some things that I do need to talk about when it comes to gouache. So gouache has different ratio to paint and water. So when you think about gouache, we're staying more in the tea kind of texture or tea thickness, as well as we're staying in the coffee thickness and the milk thickness. So that thickness is what we're going to be dealing with. We're not going to go too much into the cream thickness or the butter thickness because we still have to leave room to apply our color pencils. So and that's going to be in the next clip, when we apply our color pencils, it's up to you. If you want to come in with a heavy layer with that color pencils, you can. If you want to use them sparingly, you definitely can do that too. And we will get to that once we get to that actual part of gouache, watercolor, and color pencils. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to start with some kind of light washes to get colors in places, and then I'm going to build up from there. Okay everyone, so in this clip we're going to be applying our Prismacolor pencils to our actual work. So let's get started. So I'm going to work in the background to the foreground and then into the casting shadow pepper. I'm going to use my Prismacolor rather leniently, not a lot, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to probably put in extra color that probably isn't needed just to kind of get a little bit of pop, but that's how I'm going to use it, a little bit sparingly. Alright guys, I think I'm all done with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull up the tape and we're gonna see what it looks like. Alright, you guys, so this is the final product. So this is gouache, watercolor, and Prismacolor pencils. So this is the combo of that. This is every step. Step 1 is do the drawing as well as get your underpainting. Step 2 is actually applying the gouache. Step 3 is applying your Prismacolor pencils, rather sparingly, or if you want to do a whole layer of it, you could definitely do that and blend. I used it very sparingly, as you can see, but this is my pepper, and it's done. And this is for my workshop for CAC, which is watercolor, gouache, watercolor, and color pencils. I'm getting them all confused. But I hope you guys enjoy your day, your night, whichever it is. And if you like what you're seeing, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you just like the video in general, just press like. And I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. See you later, and bye.